In this video, we're going to talk about copyright. Most authors have no clue what that is, why it's important, or how to protect it. I'm going to make this simple for you, and when we're done, you'll have a basic understanding of copyright and why learning it is critical to your career. Welcome to the next video in the Protect Your Author Business series. In the last videos, I talked about how to protect your data. This video, we're going to talk about copyright. But if this is your first time watching this series, click the YouTube card above my head to get caught up to speed with the other videos. Copyright. It's like a field of dangerous booby traps. You can waltz along in the field and everything might seem rosy until one day you end up ensnared in a bear trap. When you truly understand copyright, it'll make you a true authorpreneur. It'll also help you avoid infringing upon other people's intellectual property, which, in my opinion, is one of the biggest challenges you face as an author. Now, in full disclosure, I am not an attorney, and please don't take the advice in this video as legal advice. I'll be mentioning some great resources by licensed attorneys and qualified industry professionals at the end of this video that will help you go deeper into this topic. For more specific information and advice, contact a licensed intellectual property attorney in your state or country. So what is copyright? According to Merriam-Webster, copyright is the legal right to be the only one to reproduce, publish, and sell a book, musical recording, etc. for a certain period of time. In the United States, copyright was actually born in the United States Constitution. Article 1, Section 8 states that Congress shall have the power to promote the progress of science and useful arts by securing for limited times to authors and inventors the exclusive right to their respective writings and discoveries. And intellectual property has been heavily litigated ever since. Many laws and lawsuits have further defined and clarified exactly what copyright is and isn't. Generally speaking, there are three major things to remember. First, in the United States, when you write a book, it's protected under copyright for your life plus 70 years. Other countries may vary. That means no one can copy your book or sell it without your permission. Second is that expression is protected under copyright, and ideas generally are not. So if you write a book about wolf shapeshifters, all those authors out there who write wolf shapeshifter books probably won't come after you. But if your book is eerily similar to another author's shifter book in terms of the way it's written, you could find yourself in some trouble, whether it's actual copyright infringement or not. And the final, most critical thing to remember is that copyright is divisible and can be licensed. So if you have a short story, for example, you can license a literary magazine to have digital, print, or audio rights to your story for the purposes of publication. Or you could grant them a license for digital rights only while maintaining print and audio rights for other venues. You can also divide your story further into things like movie rights, TV rights, video game rights, and tons of other rights that you probably haven't thought about. As long as you don't sign unfavorable contracts, you can continue to grant license for your various rights for your entire life plus 70 years. That means your loved ones can continue to profit from your works after you die. So, enough philosophy. Let's talk about a handful of scenarios where authors tend to run into trouble. I'll use a wide spectrum to help you understand how this can affect many different areas of your business. Example number 1. You're writing a fiction book and you want to use lyrics from your favorite rock band at the beginning of the book. Written words are copyrighted, and to use them in any fashion, you need to get permission from the copyright holder to use them. Example number 2. You're writing a blog post about your favorite beaches and you use an image that you stumbled across on Pinterest. Maybe you run that image through a photo editor to make it match the branding on your site. Photos are also copyrighted, and this is a big no-no. Example number 3, you design your own book cover using a font that you found off the internet. If that font isn't open source, it may be copyrighted. You have to have permission from whoever created the font in order to use it. Most authors probably didn't even know that fonts are copyrighted, but they are. Example number 4, you're making a YouTube video and you decide to use clips from another YouTube channel video to help illustrate your point. Maybe you also want to add some of your favorite songs or sound effects on top of that video too. Videos are also protected by copyright. See how wide-reaching those scenarios are? And there's so much more to talk about too. Licensing, fair use, the Copyright Act, orphan works, public domain. No, I was just about to finish. Hold on a second. I can't talk about that? Really? Okay, guys, that was my attorney, and she told me I had to stop talking now. So here's some homework. And yes, it's homework, but it's the best assignment ever because once you finish it, you'll be more knowledgeable than 99% of authors, and you'll avoid intellectual property headaches. Read the Copyright Handbook by Stephen Fishman. This is a huge book, and it's quite expensive, but it's the best copyright education for non-lawyers there is. I've read this book many times over the years. You won't understand it all at first, so you'll have to read it multiple times as your career progresses. But totally worth the investment. Read The Self-Publisher's Legal Handbook by Helen Sedgwick. Sedgwick is a knowledgeable attorney, and one of the major areas the book talks about is copyright, and it's geared towards self-published authors. Read How Authors Sell Publishing Rights by Orna Ross and Helen Sedgwick. When you're done with this book, you will understand just exactly how all of this relates to the nuts and bolts of your publishing business, particularly publishing contracts. Follow the blogs of Dean Wesley Smith and Christine Catherine Rush. They are professional writers with decades of experience, and they are always talking about copyright on their blogs. Out of all the resources I mentioned, their blogs are free, so there's no excuse not to get a free education from them. And finally, make a personal, lifelong commitment to learning copyright. It's complex stuff, it's ever-changing, and the only way you'll ever be able to stay on top of it is to keep learning. So go do your homework, and I'll need it back by Wednesday at 4 p.m. No, seriously, go do the homework. If you don't, it could be to your own detriment. That's it for this video. If this is your first time watching, I'd love to have you subscribe. And if this video helped you in some way, please click the like button.